So it's necessary for us not only to look at the book of Revelations when we're discerning and dissecting end time prophecy, but we must also include all prophecy that has been revealed. Because what we will find is that the Hadith, the prophecies that came from Muhammad, the words written in the Quran, the book of Enoch, the entire Bible, and every place where the relics of prophecy have been left, we will need the pieces to those prophecies to make a complete composite, and also to understand in totality what's going to be taking place. Because there are several things that will be taking place at the same time. Obviously, when we read 38 and 39 of Ezekiel, it talks about a people who have been regathered into the land of Israel. But it's not until subsequent passages that he speaks about the return of his own people, the true people of Israel. And he says that none of his people will be left behind when it's time for them to return, and that his spirit will be placed upon the people of Israel. So we actually understand that this false return that was created in 1948, this is not the return that the Bible speaks of. Why? Because the people have returned and they have not achieved peace. The people have returned and they don't have a Messiah over them. Okay? The people have returned and they don't fit the composite of prophecy. Okay? So we understand that they cannot be the individuals that are to fulfill the prophecy. Why is this important? Because when we understand the different sides of this battle in Armageddon, not understanding the different nuances and the different components of the entire situation can bring about confusion. Okay? When we look at the Antichrist is a system. Let's break it down even further than that. It is an institution that is established and made up of nations. Okay? The nations of the world, the secular and Gentile nations of the world. And then those other nations who are not necessarily Gentile, but have come up under the authority of the beast and have given their power to it until the words of Jehovah Allah are fulfilled. Okay? So this changes the dynamic, the social political dynamic in the world, because of this false reality that has been ushered in by the presence of the Antichrist and by the operation, the fervent, effectual operation of the Antichrist, which is actually evident and working upon those people who what? Do not have faith and have not loved the truth unto salvation. But indeed they have what? Taken pleasure in unrighteousness, and they have loved a lie. Those things being understood, we have to recognize who is who. We have two different sides of Antichrist authority, okay? A Western side and an Eastern side, okay? But both sides represent an Antichrist end times force, because all sides have concocted their plans, they've constructed their plans to overthrow the holy people and to attempt to nullify prophecy. So when we look at 38 and 39, and if we go even further past that in the book of Ezekiel, we actually understand that these prophecies are being fulfilled, and there are parts of them that are yet to be fulfilled, and that can only be fulfilled when the children of Israel have been truly gathered from the four corners of the earth where they were scattered in exile and in punishment. And that is where the ancient Israelites are today. They are still in exile, as they have not repented as a nation, and they have gone through all of the words of prophecy. Okay? And they have also been what? Resurrected and awakened. Okay? The Israelites are no longer ignorant of who they are. Okay? It's our own responsibility to seek and to search and to do due diligence. At the end of the day, it was indeed the Gentiles and their social institutions that were set up to rob and deprive us of our identity, which identity they are standing up in today. And this is the premise for the war. They have erected themselves in our places. And now the Lord must show them who it was that he loved. Okay? He must show the world why we were cast off. And everybody's going to know why. It's because we sinned against the Most High. He's going to show his holiness in this end time, and he's going to reveal himself to all of the nations. But indeed, all of the nations that we see on the battlefield today have negative intentions for the people of Jehovah. They're not on the battlefield to bring any type of justice or any type of resolution to the world. They've had more than enough time to do that. These people are power-hungry monsters who will use any type of cover to forward their agenda.